The workplace is changing, and it's not just because of technology, it's because of people. One generation in particular is leading this change, Gen Z. They're bringing what's called the gig mindset into corporate workplaces, and this is reshaping everything from how companies hire to how we think about careers. Today we're going to break it down. What is the Gen Z gig mindset? How is it changing traditional work? And what can businesses do to keep up? The Gen Z gig mindset is all about freedom, flexibility, and purpose. Unlike past generations, Gen Z doesn't feel tied to one employer or one career path. They see work as a collection of projects, skills, and experiences, not just a single job for life. Instead of climbing one corporate ladder, they build a portfolio of work, freelance jobs, side hustles, short-term contracts, passion projects. And here's the big idea. They want work that fits into their life, not life that fits around work. For Gen Z, a full-time job isn't the final goal. It's just one part of the bigger picture. They care more about developing skills, working on things they believe in, and keeping their independence. Titles and corner offices, not as important as meaningful work and balance. If there's one thing that defines the Gen Z work style, it's flexibility. This generation grew up with instant access to information, entertainment, and communication, so they expect the same in their careers. They want to choose how, when, and where they work. That could mean remote jobs, hybrid schedules, location independence, and they measure productivity by results, not by hours sitting at a desk. When companies offer flexible schedules, project-based roles, and trust employees to manage their time, Gen Z responds with loyalty and full engagement. For them, flexibility isn't a perk. It's the foundation of a healthy work life. Gen Z doesn't just want a paycheck. They want purpose. They want to work for companies whose values match their own. They want projects that make a positive impact on people, on communities, on the planet. This is why they're drawn to mission-driven businesses. They ask, why does this work matter? And they expect a clear answer. Gen Z grew up with group chats, instant messaging, and online collaboration tools. So it's no surprise they prefer quick, clear, and direct communication at work. They'd rather use Slack, Discord, or Notion than wait for long email chains. They value transparency, open discussions, and fast decision-making. This means old corporate systems, like rigid hierarchies, feel outdated to them. They want a team flow where everyone can contribute ideas freely. For Gen Z, mental health is non-negotiable. They've seen burnout culture, and they're not buying into it. They believe a job should support their well-being, not damage it. They expect mental health resources, flexible time off, leaders who respect personal boundaries. Companies that ignore this, they risk losing talent fast. But companies that prioritize it, they build trust, loyalty, and long-term success. Gen Z loves collaboration, but not the old top-down version. They grew up in online communities and multiplayer games where teamwork meant shared ownership and creativity. In their ideal workplace, contributions matter more than titles. Everyone has a voice. Tools like Miro or Asana replace long, unnecessary meetings. They thrive in fast-moving, idea-sharing environments where everyone works toward common goals. Transparency isn't a bonus for Gen Z, it's the baseline. They expect clear explanations for decisions. They want leaders who communicate honestly, even in tough times. They're not afraid to question outdated or unfair systems. If companies meet these expectations, they earn not just trust, but loyalty. For Gen Z, work is not a place. It's something you can do anywhere. This digital comfort lets them blend personal life and work more easily. But it can also blur the lines too much, leading to overwork. That's why smart companies set clear boundaries. Respect off hours. Encourage unplugging. Avoid always available culture. When balance is protected, Gen Z can stay creative, healthy, and engaged. The Gen Z gig mindset isn't just a trend, it's reshaping the future of work. This generation wants freedom, flexibility, purpose, transparency, support for mental health, and they're willing to walk away from companies that can't deliver. Businesses that adapt will attract top talent and set the standard for the next era of work. Those that don't, they'll lose out to more modern, mindful workplaces. The Gen Z gig mindset is more than just a new way to work. It's a new way to think about work. It's not about abandoning structure. It's about building workplaces where people want to be, where they can grow, contribute, and still have a life outside their jobs. If companies embrace this change, everyone wins. Because the future of work, it's flexible, it's purpose-driven, and it's already here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.